Hey everyone, to Crafty Sheilers. I'm Belle. Kim's here with me, and today we're doing week 2 of our event, Dragons in December. I can't believe we're at week 2 already. This is crazy.
Isn't it?
Feels like I only just started this.
Yep.
So hopefully everyone at home is joining in and has a beautiful diamond painting of a dragon that they're working on. I'm so looking forward to being able to go through and see all of the WIP pics in the Facebook group. And we will be coordinating with doing a draw for our week 1 winner, hopefully very, very soon. Okay. So if you're new to our channel, welcome. I hope you enjoy it here. We certainly have a lot of fun with our paintings and crazy unboxings and uncoordinatedness and all the other fun stuff that goes along with that. But if you've been around for a little while, hey, welcome back. I will apologize in advance. My camera, I'm actually recording this at my dad's house because I'm having severe internet dramas. So I have been relegated to be doing this on my lap. So I may knock the camera. The camera angle is weird. I do apologize. I'm doing the best I can. Alrighty, Kim, let's start with you. What are you working on? What are all your accessories? Tell me all the things.
Yep. Okay, I'm working on Jack Mini Dazzles Dragons. This is only my second one. I'm slow. I'm using my usual pen. This black tip too is also made by an Aussie, but they're not in business at the moment. They shut down due to health reasons. Yeah.
Sucks.
Yep. They're my favourite tips. I love them. Yeah, that's my pen. In my pen, I'm using my Puttylicious Jasmine Rose.
Beautiful. That is a nice one.
Yeah, it smells divine. And, of course, I'm using my Fantasy Sparkills custom tray.
Of course. Beautiful.
Yeah, it is. Beautiful. I love this tray. Yeah, that's my...
Very nice. Very nice. I am working on another section of my Dragonlings painting from Fantasy Sparkills. It's a big whopper. I'm going to be working on this one for a while. But I will say, now that I've done a little bit of work on it, I've never tried a kit from Fantasy Sparkills before. It's really good quality. I'm pleasantly surprised. The drill field is quite tight. It's not too tight. I'm not concerned about popping drills, but it's not very gappy. It's really, really nice. You know, of course, like a lot of these other companies, the drills, you know, there's a bit of trash in them and they're the older style. Like they've got I can never get it. The
9 and 13.
9 and 13 facets. Thanks, Kim. So they've definitely got that. But, you know, outside of that, this is a brilliant kit to work on. I'm quite enjoying working on it. It's a good one.
Nice.
The other stuff from Fantasy Sparkills is my cute little articulated dragon. Just look at the colors in it. It's beautiful.
It is beautiful.
So he's keeping me company. I've got my Fantasy Sparkills tray, which was what comes in the toolkit for your kits. Love these trays. Absolutely beautiful. I've got my wonderful pen, my beautiful multicolored pen again. So this one is the one that's from KJ's Artistic Treasures. I've got my Everlasting Tips, of course, the all-important Aussie company. And in my pen, I have bubblegum. I'll put this way so you can see it. Bubblegum scented putty from the Creativity Squirrel. So I think that's all I've got. I think. Okay. So let's see. How have you been finding the event so far, Kim?
I'm really enjoying it so far.
Me too.
It's different. It's stressful, but I'm loving the diamond painting.
It is really stressful to be hosting, isn't it? I was surprised. I was sort of like, I wondered how it was going to feel because I thought, what exactly is really different about it as opposed to just doing a normal video? But it does feel different. It should just be a normal video. But
It
it feels
should,
different.
but it's not.
It's not.
But
It's
it's
not.
very enjoyable.
It is. So I'm hoping that Brittany and Robin are enjoying having the event with us, and that maybe we might be able to make this an annual event. If you're enjoying the event, definitely add in the comments down below so that we know that people are still wanting to do this every year. That would be really, really good.
Yes.
Okay, let's do, what have you been up to in the last few weeks, Kim? Because we didn't really do an update last week.
No. My days have consisted mainly of a migraine and laying in bed.
Oh, that's
Very exciting. Yeah.
That sucks. Have
It
you at least
does.
managed to go and hang out with your mom and do some fun stuff with her?
I have been going out. We haven't done any fun stuff, but I've been going up and just making sure she's okay and spending time with her. And
Oh, good.
yep.
She hasn't spoiled you any more of late?
No, not yet. She's trying.
Oh, I love her. She's awesome.
She is.
And I know it was a bit of a weird one. Well, not weird. It's good, but it was different. I know that this weekend they've been doing the in the ANZ group, the ANZ DAC group. Let's try and say that. I know they were trying to do a meetup in Melbourne to see,
Yeah.
how the thing might work. Did you manage to
Uh,
get there?
no, it was too awkward. I would have had to leave about 4:30 this morning.
Oh my gosh. Is that how
Mm-hmm.
early they were doing it?
No, but I don't drive in Melbourne, so I would have had to take public transport, and it was in an awkward spot for public transport. That's from the
Okay.
way I'm coming, yeah.
Okay.
But
That's fair.
apparently it went very well.
It did look like it from the pictures online. So hopefully this might be something that we might be able to expand on, and we might be able to have a bit of
Oh,
a weekend away somewhere in the country, maybe.
yeah. They have
That would be
another
good.
one. I'm definitely going to try and get there.
That'd be good. I think it'd be nice
Yep.
to meet some fellow DPers. And I know there's
Yeah.
quite a few in the group from the Victoria area, so it should be
Yes.
good.
Yeah.
Hmm. Any other updates?
No, just been
No.
doing the usual with my cats, and they've been keeping me company with my headaches. So,
Good. Good, good.
yep.
So I've got a few things I can update you with. I can bore everybody silly, don't you worry.
No.
So I'll start with no, 2 weekends ago. I actually went to the Gold Coast. One of my really good friends that I met at university, she actually came overseas for when I got married, so it was vitally important that I went to hers.
Yes.
She got married in the Gold Coast, which is quite a trek from here. At least
Yes.
it is in Queensland, but it's not close. And she had it on a Sunday evening, so it
Oh,
definitely meant that there was time off work. She actually now works at the same company I do, so she was good. She gave them the heads up a little while ago that she was needing the time off so that she could go and get married. And bless her heart, she at the same time said, "Oh, and just remember that Belle will be at my wedding, so she's going to need a little bit of that time off too." So they had a heads up for quite a while that I will be away. But we went down. Of course, it was the very end of our spring coming into our summer, being the very end of November. It was stinking hot down there.
hmm
They get really, really bad summer storms. So when we were there, the actual wedding itself, absolutely gorgeous. She had it on a boat at the Gold Coast lagoons, not the lagoons, the canals.
Oh, yeah.
So we had it on the boat. It was just a really, really hot day because we knew there was a storm rolling in. So of course the air just went really, really still. The heat was just reflecting off the water because we were in the canals. It was a really hot time. But it was a really beautiful wedding. Like it was gorgeous. She looked beautiful. He looked great, and they both looked so happy, which is all that you ask for when you're doing
Yeah.
these things. They then went and had a few photos, came back, and the reception was on the boat, and we did a lagoon. Not, I Keep saying Lagoon. Canal cruise with dinner
Nice.
and stuff like that. So it was a really, really nice event. However, my husband and I, we are doomed for weddings. Like, honestly, we went down on the Saturday. So her wedding was on the Sunday. We went down on the Saturday and we were coming back on the Monday. And when we went down, we thought, oh, my son, he's going through that stage where, like, he was finishing his first year of school. Everything is changing. He's just been a little bit more clingy, you know. Life is all upset at the moment for him. And so my husband and I agreed we were going away for 2 nights, that he was going to be staying with my in-laws. We thought we'll just make it a little bit easier and we'll go down on the last flight out of here. Last flight down. That way he's got most of the day with us. You know, it's not so bad.
Mm-hmm.
So we get to the airport and we're sitting around and we saw the plane that we were going on. We saw it land. So we took the obligatory photo. We sent it to my son, said, you know, this is the plane that mum and dad are going on. He was all excited. And I was like, okay, well, obviously they're starting to get everybody off the plane. Time to start getting ready for our flight. So we stand up and we start to pack our bag and everything because we spread out and we're enjoying having some, you know, just quiet adult time, really.
Yeah.
And I stood up and I'm looking out the window and I'm like, why is the airport fire engine here? My husband stares up going, they don't come out. I'm like, what is going on right now? So that everyone around us, they're all standing up and they're all having a sticky bag. Like, there's no smoke or anything like that. Like, we didn't think there was anything wrong. So we're going, why is the fire brigade, like the airport fire, is out? What we ended up watching is somebody had started to get out of the plane and obviously had missed the lip of the plane or something, like something had happened. They'd actually tripped getting out of the plane and they'd ended up hurting their back. Thank goodness they hadn't fallen down the stairs. They'd managed to sort of get out of the doorway so that, you know, there were a few other people that could get past. They sort of, you know, were just leaning against the door of the plane.
Mm-hmm.
But of course, you don't have ambos able to go on airport premises. So the fireys had to do it. So the fireys came out. They had to do an assessment of this person, make sure that, you know, they were safe to be able to get moved and all those sorts of things. And then they finally moved them. It took them about 20 minutes to be able to do their assessment. That's fair. You know, we could see that they were trying.
Yep.
We couldn't see anybody like on the plane. So we're like, okay, well, once they get this person moving, you know, they'll start cleaning the plane. We'll be good to go. They get this person down the stairs. They refused to get on the lift. They decided they had to walk it. But of course, that went slow because you could see them holding their back. Like, they were in a lot of pain. I was like, why don't you just go down the lift? That would have been smarter. But anyway, they get taken onto the wheelchair. The wheelchair gets loaded into the fire truck. They sort of take them away. But then, of course, you can see all the paperwork is having to start. You know, they're obviously going to have to cover their backsides. They're going to have to talk about what's happened, you know, all the fun things that go with the legalities.
Yep.
So the paperwork starts. Next thing you know, you see probably 3/4 of the plane getting taken off the plane. We were like, oh, they'd only just started when this lady had fallen over.
Oh.
So obviously everyone else had been told to sit back down. So then they had to deplane everybody else. Then they would have had to clean. They would have had to do all their paperwork. We were, I think it was almost 2 hours late leaving.
Wow.
So the funny bit was we were on Qantas. There was a Virgin flight who was supposed to leave 4 hours before us, and they were still there when we left.
Oh.
So regardless, we were still doing okay.
Yeah.
It was so bad. But then, of course, it meant that we missed our window landing in Brisbane. We were still supposed to pick up the car. The Gold Coast is a good hour and a half drive from Brisbane anyway. So, you know, like everything was then put back. So by the time we finally landed, because we had to get a new landing window, by the time we got there, we got landed, we got our bags, it was already, I think it was about 7:45. We were supposed to arrive at like 6:30.
Okay.
So they've made up a bit of time, but not enough. So then we had to go and get the hire car and then get the drive. So we'd originally thought, oh, we're going to get there early enough. We should actually be able to just have like a really late dinner. Like we can just put something on, go out and actually have like a date night. This will be nice.
Mhm.
That went out the window when that changed, didn't it? Because by the time we got the car and then we drove to the Gold Coast, we arrived at 9:15,
Mhm.
9:30, something like that. So I was like, we're just gonna have to stop off and get like Macca's or something for dinner on the way. Like we needed to eat something, but like, what are you gonna do?
Yeah.
So we stopped off for Macca's. So while we're there, we're like, it's weird that we haven't heard from the hotel. You know, like usually you get information, especially if it gets a bit later, to sort of say, you know, like if you're arriving after this time, your keys are going to be in this position.
Mhm.
You know,
Yeah.
like that. We hadn't heard anything. So we're like, that's weird. Like normally you'd hear that. We went looking through our emails. There's nothing. Okay. So we're like, well, maybe we should give them a call. So we look them up online. And by this stage, it's probably about, I don't know, 8:30, 8:45, because we're about halfway. And we're looking them up and we're like, oh, crap. They are unmanned for reception after 8:00. Like, how are we even going to check in? Crap. Okay. So I'm frantically trying to call them while my husband's driving, and they're not answering their phone. They've got a mobile phone number, obviously, you know, for if something goes wrong, you know, people who are already in the hotel can still call them out. No one's answering the phone. So we're going, what do we do? So thank goodness they did actually have a restaurant. So I said, well, surely the restaurant won't be closed by the time we get there. Like, let's just go. They should at the very least be able to contact somebody for us so we can work out what we've got to do. And if we've got to pay a late fee or a call out fee or whatever, like, so be it. It's late. We just want to check into our room.
Yep.
So we get there. We go over to the restaurant and we're talking to the lady. Speaks virtually no English. So I was like, oh, this is going to be complicated to even start with. We also found out it was the first night of schoolies. We didn't realize it. Yep. So for anyone out there, schoolies is a massive celebration. I think, is this what the US call like spring break? No, what do they call it? That whatever that week away is. Is that spring break?
I'm not sure.
I don't know. For us, it's when you graduate from high school. You're usually like 17, maybe 18-year-olds. You all sort of go away. You have a week away where it's just party central. You're celebrating you finished high school before you have to start university, you know, internship, like whatever career options you're going to have. Gold Coast is probably the most popular place to go because, you know, it's close to Brisbane. There's so many things to do with the Gold Coast. It is party central. So the day that we got there on Saturday, that was the first day of Queensland schoolies. So New South Wales actually finished a week later. So it times in really, really well that Queensland will finish their schoolies and then New South Wales will come up to the Gold Coast for their schoolies. But yeah, it was first week of schoolies. Amazing. So we're like, no wonder the prices were so high. No wonder we were struggling to find somewhere to stay. We're talking to this lady at the restaurant and she says, there's no rooms. And we said, but we've got a booking. And she's going, there's no rooms. I'm like, we have a booking. Like, we booked this weeks ago. So she pulls up the system. She gets our booking details and she pulls up her name. And I took a screenshot of it. You can actually see that she's got our name. She's got all of our contact details. And for room allocation, not available. And we're like, so did no one want to tell us? And they said, oh, we tried to contact you. What ended up happening was we booked through a booking company. It was actually cheaper than booking with the company direct. So we booked through a booking company and it turns out they'd outsourced it. So the contact details was something that didn't exist.
Oh.
Yeah. So we were like, well, what do we do now? Like, we have nowhere to stay. And it's now coming up on 10 o'clock at night, first night of school. What do we do? And the worst bit was she found out who we booked with. And she said, oh, you just ring this number. She took half a second to look up a phone number for us and said, you ring them, tell them overbooked, they fix it.
Yep.
And I thought, how many times have you done this that you know exactly what to do? That
Yep.
is so bad.
Mm.
So by that stage, my husband and I are like, we just want to get a hotel room. So he's on the phone, like the booking's in my name. So I'm on the phone with the booking company saying, like, refund us, fix it, refund us. He's frantically ringing hotels nearish to where we were, to say, you know, we need a booking like now. And
Mm-hmm.
he managed to find somewhere in Southport. So it was about 3 or 4 suburbs away from where we wanted to be, but at least we had somewhere and we could do it. We knew it was a reasonable hotel, all of those things.
Mm-hmm.
So I finally get through to the booking company. He's managed to fix all this while I'm still on hold with the booking company.
Of
And
course.
told them the situation. Yeah, exactly. Told them the situation, and they were just like, "Oh, I'm really sorry that this has happened." I'm like, "Not as sorry as we are. Like, we just want a bed now. This is a ridiculous
Mm-hmm.
time of night. I just want to go to bed." But they ended up sort of putting in a claim for us, and it took forever. We actually got notification yesterday. They have finally refunded our money.
Oh God.
Yeah, took them 2 weeks, but at least the money's come back. That's fine. We
Mm-hmm.
ended up paying about $200 more than we wanted to for the accommodation, but by that stage we were like, we just want a room. We don't care how much extra we're paying. We just want a bed.
Yeah. Yep.
But I felt really bad for my friend because she knew we were flying down, and I'm on hold with the booking company. I'm just sending her messages like, "F you, biatch! Like, I don't have a bed for the night." Oh, she's like frantically trying to ring me. Are you okay? I'm on hold with the booking company. I'll sort it out. Just F you. Lucky I have a
Yep.
good friendship with
Oh yeah.
yeah. So yeah, that was a little bit of fun, and games.
Nice little
But at
adventure.
least yes. But you know, we got there. We had a good time. Well, eventually, you know, we got up. Oh, the worst bit was because it was the Gold Coast. That's actually where I did my degree. And
Oh, okay.
yeah, and I did my degree in Southport. So we were right where the university was, like literally 2 blocks away or block away from the
Mm-hmm.
university. So
Yep.
I'm like, I was too tired that night. I hadn't even really realized where we were and what we were doing. And the next morning, my husband says, "Oh, you know, we'll get up and we'll go down, and we'll have breakfast at the Sharks Club." And I was like, "Sharks Club? This sounds familiar to me. Sharks Club. Why does the Sharks Club sound familiar?" I was like, "Whatever. Let's just go and have breakfast." And we go downstairs and we walk outside the hotel and we're walking across to the Sharks Club. And I look up and it's like this really long driveway that sort of goes like up the hill. And the end of the driveway is like a little cul-de-sac. And I'm like, this looks familiar. And I turn around and I look at the front of the building for the Sharks Club and I was like, oh crap. This was where we did all of our university exams. So I'm like, oh, PTSD, like I'm walking into where I did my university exams. No, I don't want to eat here. So that was a bit of fun. But yeah, it took me all of that time to actually twig because it was just, I think I was just so traumatized from
Yep.
everything that had happened that night so far. But that's okay. It was fun and games.
Sounds it.
Yes. Oh, yeah. So definitely memorable for us. I will be cursing my friend for the rest of her married life. Yes. Then next story I've got for you. So I tried to save up a few. My little boy, he has now officially finished prep. He is now going to be a big grade 1-er.
Wow.
So not ready for this. But we got to meet his new teacher for next year, and oh, she's lovely. She's actually a I want to say like self-published author of kids' books.
Oh yeah.
So, you know, she's definitely into the reading side of things. And I'd said to the teacher after the issues that we had this year with my son and being bullied is I'd said, you know, like, one, I don't want that kid in our class. Like we have done more than enough time.
Yep.
You know, we need a year off to have a break. And so he's definitely not in our class. I did check that, so that's good. The other part of it was that I sort of said, I'd given the teacher the heads up and said, you know, look, we have had issues in the past. You don't have him this year, but hopefully it's a brand new year. You know, he's just not going to see him anymore. We're going to be out of sight, out of mind, but, you know, just keep your eyes peeled. So she was really good about that. And she's really happy that he's a reader, obviously, you know, she's writing books, obviously enjoys the books. And I just said to her, I was like, you're going to have your hands full with him next year. Just a heads up, you know.
Yeah.
And she sort of looked at me like, a good hands full or a bad hands full? And I was like, oh, no. He's pretty switched on. He'll pick things up pretty quickly. But I said, you know, like he's not I'm not thinking my kid is smarter than he is. Like he's not a genius by any means, but he is a smart kid. And I said, oh, yeah, I said, he's doing really, really well with his reading because she'd asked him if he liked reading. He's like, yeah, I read all the time and we go to the library every week and we do all these things. And she's like, oh, great. She's like, did you know that I'm a writer? I was like, yep, we've got all 4 of your books. And she's like, oh, that's good. And she said, oh, do you read much to him? And I said, oh, well, I try to read to him most nights these days. But I said, for the most part, he reads to me. And she's like, oh, what sort of books do you read? She's like, oh, how are you going with your readers? And I just started laughing. And I was like, he finished the grade 1 reading curriculum halfway through term 3. And she went, oh, he's really good at reading.
Yep.
Yeah, you can say that. And she said, oh, have you started reading chapter books? Yep, we're reading chapter books, definitely. And she said, oh, which ones are your favorite? And I said, oh, well, we've read pretty well all of the Hey Jack series, which are these little stories, like, you know, they're designed for, you know, 6 and 7-year-olds. And the stories, the Hey Jack series, they've got small chapters. Like the books are, I don't know, 40 or 50 pages long. There's 3 chapters in it. There's still plenty of pictures and, you know, big writing and things like that. So it's just getting the kids used to reading for yourself and actually having a proper story. And he's read almost all of those series already.
Wow.
He started on a series called Zach Power, which actually has 5 chapters. So it's like the next stage up, and he's enjoying those. And his prep teacher has actually lent him out of her personal collection the first 8 books in the Zach Power series. So they're going to come overseas with us. I thought that was really, really nice of the teacher to do that.
Yeah.
And we've even, like, there's not many young boys chapter books. There's not many. It's really, really hard to find. So I'm like, at his age, he couldn't care less. It's just about the reading for him. So I've ended up getting a whole heap of like little girls ones as well. So there's one called the Meet Ella series. He's read basically all of those, and he's even started on the Ella and Olivia series. And they're not related. The Ellas are actually different. But the the Meet Ella series is, you know, based around that sort of 5 or probably 6 to 7-year-olds again. The Ella and Olivia series again are sort of like that 7, 8-year-old mark. So the fact that he's already reading those, I'm like, he's doing fine. He's 5.
Yeah.
So she was quite surprised, and she said, I often bring in like some of the books that she used for her kids. She said, I often bring them in about halfway through the year as some of the kids finish the curriculum. She said, I'll just bring them in from the start, shall I? I was like, yeah, that might be a good idea. And then she ended up saying that she will probably arrange for him. She said, we do still do the reading groups. And she said, but I think you're going to be a little bit too far ahead of the other classmates. So she said, we might arrange that you get a special reading group and you might have to read, they call them reading eggs, but it's basically like little stories on the iPad.
Oh, yeah.
And she sort of looked at me and she said, you know, the advantage of that is they have to answer little questions at the end, and it just makes sure that they've got comprehension. And I just laughed and went, he fully comprehends everything that he's reading. If he doesn't know, he will ask you the question before you've left. Like, he'll finish the sentence and ask you the question. So comprehension is not a problem for him.
Yep.
And she was like, okay. This is going to be a good challenge. But I thought she seems like a good teacher. She's keen to take him on and push him a little bit further.
Excellent.
And she's a typical bushy. You know, I
good.
think I think any Aussie out there knows exactly the kind of personality I mean when I say a typical bushie.
Yep.
She grew up on a cattle farm,
Yep.
and so she's got that typical cattle farming nature. You know, she's beautiful, caring, gentle soul. You know, loves
Yep.
and adores making people happy. You know, that's their nature.
Yeah.
She's not going to take crap. You know, she's going to have rules. She's going to expect that they follow them. You know, all of those things. And she's going to want to see, and she'll reward hard work. She's exactly what he needs.
Yes, sounds like it.
I think she'll be a perfect mix for him. So
Good.
I'm looking forward to next year, starting fresh, seeing how all that goes.
Yep.
And then the only other major update for me is, of course, I'm going away very soon.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, I'm nervous. I'm excited. I'm everything. I don't know how to feel.
Yes.
So when this movie, oh my goodness, when this video goes live, oh, we're doing movies now. Did you know, Kim?
Oh, apparently.
Oh, I'm having a good day today. When this video goes live, it will be Monday, so it will be exactly 1 week until I leave.
Wow. Exciting.
Yes. It's going to be amazing.
Yep.
So for anyone who's new to the channel, I am going away, in case you didn't guess, and my little country Aussie family are going to be heading to Finland first. We're going to go and do Santa's Village, since my 5-year-old, perfect time for that. And then we're going to go to Norway, and we're going to have a white Christmas with my friend, provided all the snow continues to fall there. And then we're going to have, on our way home, we're going to have a couple of days in Denmark, so we can go and do Legoland. And between you and I and all the viewers, don't let it get out. It's as much for me as it is for him.
Yes.
So, looking forward to being able to do Legoland.
That'll be amazing.
It's going to be so good. My only thing was, I was gutted to find out that we can't do the Lego restaurant. Oh, I'm so upset. Yeah. So if anyone hasn't seen, please look up the Lego restaurant. It is amazing. It's so popular you have to book. But when you go, you sit at the table and you get given a menu, obviously. You get given a whole heap of Lego bricks and a little board. And you work out from the menu what you would like, and then you put the corresponding bricks on the board to match your order.
Oh, cool.
So, yeah, you order using Lego. I think that's awesome.
Yeah.
And then you basically put, every table has like a little reader, and you put the board in the reader so that it can scan your order. And then, of course, it sends it to the kitchen. And what happens then is obviously the chef makes it and puts the tray on basically like a robot, who is then programmed to come to your table, and then you can take your food off. I think it's awesome. Like, what kid is not going to love that?
What adult's not going to love that?
Yeah, well, that's true too. But I mean, can you imagine just seeing it through a kid's eyes? That would be amazing. So I really, really, really wanted to do it, and I was sort of saving it as a bit of a surprise. But I found out, we went to book, and they're actually closed for renovations while we're there.
Of course.
So gutted that we can't do the Lego restaurant.
Yep.
But according to my son, because I did end up telling him, because a couple of people did ask me, oh, are you going to try and get to the Lego restaurant? And so he was asking questions. So I did have to tell him we were going to go, but we can't. They're renovating. And he just looked at me, and I said, I'm really sad. Like, I really wanted to go too. You know, I think that's a really cool little niche market that you can do. And my son just looks at me and pats my arm, just goes, it's okay, Mum, we'll just go next year.
I don't know.
No. Yeah, I was like, no, we won't. So I'm not rolling in money. I can't afford to just take you next year. Oh, child.
Yep.
So yes, that was a bit of fun.
Yeah.
Any other life updates for me? The only other thing I've got is my son did his martial arts grading, so he's now moved up another belt color, which is all
Nice.
very exciting. I think they're going to run out of belts before he can actually go up to the adults at this rate. So I don't know what they're going to do. I'm going to be interested to see how they work it.
Mm-hmm.
Because you can't actually do martial arts until you've turned 7 for safety reasons. But some places will offer, like a younger kids version as an introduction, which is what my son does. So he's learning how to defend himself, which was all important. And so instead of doing the full belt colors, what they do, just as an incentive to the kids and to represent that they have been there for a while and they've learned, is they do striped belts.
Oh, yeah.
So he's technically Taekwondo, I think. So their belt colors, they go yellow, green, blue, red, black. He's already up to blue.
Oh, okay.
There's now a blue stripe. So I'll be interested to see how they're going to work it when they, because he will be there for another 5 terms. He'll have all 4 terms next year plus the first term following year before he turns 7. And he's only got 2 belt colors to go.
Yep. Wow.
So I don't know how he's going to do it, but there's a few of them actually at this age. So I think they're going to have to come up with it.
Yeah.
It's not something they've come across before. But yeah, other than that, I don't really have any other life updates. I think that is more than enough, surely.
Yeah, I have nothing.
Yeah. Oh, have you started getting any of your Black Friday orders coming in, Kim? What was the only other thing?
No, I haven't shipped yet.
Haven't checked? Oh, they haven't shipped. Okay.
Yeah, a lot of them were pre-order.
Oh, yeah. My DAC is definitely a pre-order one, so I'll have to wait for it. That's fine. It'll turn up. Probably.
My
By the time
Dreamers
it
hasn't
turns up,
shipped either.
no, I haven't seen Dreamers. My Fantasy Sparkle, not my Fantasy Sparkles, my Creativity Squirrel. That one is due to arrive early next week, so hopefully I will get it well and truly before we leave. I did get my Everlasting Tips. They've arrived.
Good.
My Pixel Pages diamond painting, that has been shipped. I'm just waiting for it to get through customs from New Zealand to Australia. So hopefully that'll be here next week before I leave. Event update. I was talking to Lisa at Pixel Pages, and she has very, very kindly agreed. She is going to send me a few mini trays to give out as prizes for the weekly prizes.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
That's good. Yeah.
I was so blown away and over the moon when she offered that as well, because I kept saying, you're giving us a discount code and you're giving us a grand prize voucher. Like, we are thankful for what you have managed to do so far. She's like, no, I can chuck an extra couple of trays in there for you. So amazing. Hopefully I'll get those very soon so that I can sort of show everybody and we can start talking grand prize stuff and weekly prizes. What else did I have come in? Oh, my Lego order arrived. So that's
nice.
good. And I think that's all I've had so far.
Yep.
Yes. So I'm
Nothing of
hoping.
mine. So sad. Nothing of mine has shipped. So sad.
That's okay. That's okay. Just think of the big haul we're going to have.
I know. Yes.
It's going to be great. It's going to be great.
Is.
But for all of our viewers out there, hopefully I haven't bored you too much with all of my life updates and craziness that happens in my life. I am an absolute magnet for that stuff. I don't know how or why, but I am. So hopefully you've enjoyed this video, and don't forget to tell us in the comments down below, what kit are you working on? I can't wait to see the pics in the Facebook group. I will link all of that stuff down below in the description. That word.
Yes.
The other thing is, don't forget to add in the comments, have you got any of your Black Friday orders arrive yet? If so, what have you got? I want to live vicariously through you, and I'm sure Kim does too.
Oh, yeah.
Because we'll be waiting for a little while. So definitely share with us so that we can enjoy and we can revel in your excitement.
Yes.
Very keen. Otherwise, that's about it, isn't it? Don't forget to upload your week 1 pictures if you haven't already. They will close at midnight Eastern Standard US time, the same day that this video goes. No, it's not. It's Sunday, isn't it? When does it close?
Yeah.
Sunday night. Okay, it'll already close. But the new post for week 2 will go up. So make sure you post your week 2 pics. That's the important bit. Oh my goodness, what a day I am having. I'm so sorry. All right, if there's nothing else, if you did like this video, don't forget to give us a thumbs up. And if you do like our serious brand of crazy, please subscribe and follow us along on our crazy adventure. Otherwise, I hope everyone has a really good day, a really good week, and we will definitely see you in a video very soon. Bye.
Bye.